Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Too Fried. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Hopefully everyone is getting fried. This video is going to be gas. If you enjoyed today's story time, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Tell me what other content you want. Go check out the Instagram. Go check out Twitch. But with all that being said, with all that solo shit done, let's just hop right into today's video. It's late where I'm at, so I'm trying to get to bed. So today's story time is going to be about the time that I met a brand new homie, but he tried to run his truck into the house. Let's get right into it. So this happened back in my junior year of high school. This was my last year of high school before I decided to drop out. I did not finish junior year, so this was probably at the beginning of junior year. So I dropped out probably towards the end, probably around, I don't know, March, February, right? So this was at the beginning of my junior year, right? And it was a Saturday night. You know, it was a Saturday night. I was at my boy Jake's house like always during this time. I mean, this group of friends I'd always hung out with like damn near every single day. Like I damn near lived with these people. So, you know, I'm hanging out with my normal group of friends. And we're all just chilling, right? Nothing's really going on. It's the nighttime. We haven't really done much. I mean, we drove around. We slid around a couple corners because my friend had this beautiful Crown Vic, and he could slide it, and he'd slide it around corners. And we drive around late at night, drive through some ghetto parts of the town, and just kind of explore, just kind of go on adventures. So we had done that, and we just got back to the house, and we're kind of just chilling right now. I mean, there's really not too much to do, right? We have a little bit of drink, so we're kind of drinking. We got like 24 packs, so we're all kind of chiefing that. We're all having a grand old time. We're feeling good, right? We decided to go smoke a GB, so we go outside, smoke a GB. We're kind of all chilling. We smoked for a good 30 minutes, right? And while we're smoking, you know, we're all chilling. Nothing too interesting has happened, right? And I'm taking my GB and I'm passing over to my boy Jake. And there's so many people I can't even give all the names, but we're gonna go just three main characters: Jake, Kyle, and Corey. Jake, Kyle, Corey. So I passed the gravity bong to the GB to my boy Jake. You know, he takes his hit. He passed it to my boy Corey. He takes his hit. What was the other name I said? I'm really fried. Kyle. He passed it to my boy Kyle. And we're all just ripping it, right? And where we smoked, we had to smoke outside because while his mom was never there, for some reason she cared if we smoked in the house. So we had to smoke outside on his back porch. And on his back porch, he kind of lived in a townhome, so there was a main street behind his back porch, and everyone could see you smoking. And why that's a problem, we'll come in a second. So we're sitting here, and we're chiefing this gravity bong, and we're all just getting faded, right? Like, it was kind of a special night because even my friend who didn't smoke a lot was smoking that night, and that was a rare occurrence. Like, it was a good time to be alive, right? So we're all sitting there getting fried. You know, cars are going by. We're thinking nothing of it. We hear a few loud VH, you know, a little pop here, a little pop there. You know, it's pretty chill. We're all chill. We got some music going, and then, we see the most scary thing drive by with its window down. We see a sheriff he's not even like going like speed. Like, he is like going at least 5 to like 10 miles under the speed limit with his window down, just driving down the street that is behind the house. And he can definitely smell and see us smoking. I mean, he didn't do anything, but dude, it was just scary, taking hits of the GB with the boys, looking back, and there's a sheriff with his window down, just slowly cruising by the crib. And bro, we didn't know if he was going to turn around, so we just packed the stuff up, and we just got the hell back inside. Right? We weren't taking any chances. So we got the hell back inside. I'm a little crossfaded. Everybody's a little crossfaded. We had some to drink. You know, I think it was those alcoholic monsters. Those things were gas back then. I used to chief those when I was younger. So, you know, we're chiefing the alcoholic monsters, or what's left of them, you know. My favorite was the white berry. The white berry was just gas. Or the original. Original is what I had most of that night, I remember. But, you know, we're chiefing these monsters for a good little bit, and I'm feeling pretty good, you know. I'm pretty faded because, you know, I wasn't smoking za too much back then. Not every day. You know, I had the vape every day instead. But, so za was still pretty nice in the brain. So, you know, I was feeling pretty good off my monsters, pretty good off my fucking off my eye. So I was pretty crossfaded. I felt like a nice little buzzing high beetle, because I'm buzzing off the elk and I'm high. So after a little bit, my boy Jake ends up asking everybody. He goes, "Hey, can someone pull up?" I'm like, "Hell yeah! Who is it?" And let's give this guy a name. Jesus. Joe. We're just gonna give him the name Joe. Right? So he says, "Yo, can my boy Joe pull up?" And everyone's like, "Oh, hell yeah, that boy Joe can pull up." And I don't know who Joe is at this point. So I'm kind of oblivious. Right? I haven't met him at this point. This dude's a character. All right? This motherfucker is one of my good friends still. All right? This man is a character. Wonderful. Just hilarious, dude. Well, let me just tell you about him, right? So he calls up Joe, and Joe is just drunk, dude. You can hear it, bro. He's like, "Yo, what's good, Jake? I'm finna pull up." And he says, "Bet, come pull up." So we know Joe's pulling up, and we assume he's drunk, but there are no confirmations yet, right? So it passes about 40 minutes, and this boy Joe pulls up, and this dude pulls up, swerving, bumping some music, drunk as hell. And what really confirmed it was the fact that he was missing a mirror. He's missing a mirror from his truck because he had hit a light pole on the way to the crib. He hit a light pole on the way to Jake's and was so drunk he didn't even notice till he got to Jake's. Like, he was so drunk that he hit the light pole, lost his mirror, got to Jake's and was like, "Damn, I'm missing a mirror." Like my boy was just, "Oh, don't try it at home." Like this is all for entertainment purposes only, but my man was just chilling, right? Big chilling. So as time goes on, he comes inside and he takes a little bit of our Monster alcohols, and he has his own alcohol too. I think he had like some Fireball shooters or whatever. So we start drinking some more. We start getting even more lit than he already is. So about 10 more minutes pass by. This man ended up getting his keys again, and we hear his truck start. Like we didn't even see him go outside. We just heard his truck start. And then all of a sudden, we hear acceleration, and we hear someone in the front screaming, "No, no, 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 no!" This kid had drove over the curb, was so drunk he drove over the curb and was trying to park it inside the house. He said that's what he told us. He said, "Dude, I was just trying to park my truck inside the house." Like, he literally got maybe like a 2-inch, like you couldn't even fit your finger in between the gap of the truck and the house. And not only did he didn't inch up to it, he actually accelerated. Like, it was like luck of the Lord that he didn't hit the house. Like, he braked right at the right time. Like, it is by the glory of God he did not hit the house. Like, we are lucky as hell. Like, because he didn't inch up to the house. He actually accelerated up to the hoe, and he was like an inch away from it. Right? So we're all freaking out at this point. We are all freaking out. I almost just fell out of my chair. But we are all freaking out at this point. So we ended up getting him out of the truck, finally. He's so drunk, bro. This kid is off his rocker. So we get him out of the trunk, right? And we go and we just throw him on the couch inside. We just throw his drunk ass on the couch, right? We end up putting his truck in reverse. We end up pulling it back in the parking spot and hiding his keys because we can't have him waking up and just getting his keys. So we put him somewhere to where we couldn't even find him the next morning, right? So, he's so drunk at this point. He's asleep on the couch. Right? He's passed out on the couch. And we end up deciding to fuck with him. Right? Since he almost ran into the house. So we end up going to get like 6 slices of cheese and just throwing at him while he's drunk. Like, we're just sticking them to his face. And while these pieces of cheese are on his face, we have the great idea. Let's move him into a wheelchair. So we get a rolly chair from his mom's like work desk, and we try to move him into the rolly chair. And we're trying to move him outside so we can just push him down the hill. Sounds cruel. It was funny at the time. So everybody's like, someone has his arms and someone has his legs, and we're trying to move his drunk ass into this chair without him waking up because we want him to wake up flying down the hill. So we are trying to put him in this chair to not wake up, and we get him in the chair, and we get him like maybe like 2 feet away from the couch. Buddy woke up. Buddy woke up instantly. And he was like, "What the hell? What are you doing?" And we were like, nothing, dude, just go back to sleep. He didn't go back to sleep, all right? He did not go back to sleep. So, short story short, we ended up getting somebody to drive us to Waffle House, right? So, this kid is now awake. He's got the cheese off his face, and he says, let's go to Waffle House. So, someone ends up getting like 6 of us, and we all end up going to Waffle House because someone wanted to stay back. So, we all go to Waffle House, right? And we're all chilling. My boy Joe is drunk as hell. He's ordering like 8 different things, right? And while he's ordering, this dude in the background that looks literally like Mario, literally just starts insulting my boy Joe out of nowhere. Like, he's joking, but my boy Joe is so drunk, he sees it as insulting. So they end up going back and forth, bro. They're just yelling and yelling at each other. Like, they're like, oh, bro, you're so ugly. Nah, you're ugly, bro. What the hell? You're drunk. Nah, you're drunk, man. You're a disappointment. What are you doing in your life? Nah, you're old and Waffle House. Like, bro, they're just going at it, not making any sense at all. And we're also a little drunk, so this isn't making any sense to us. So, bro, after them going back for a little bit, you know, my homie joins in. And, bro, once my homie joins in, he completely shifts his focus from Joe all the way to my homie, and he just starts going off on him. Like, he just starts going crazy. Like, he starts insulting and roasting the hell out of him left and right. Like, it is just insane. Like, and I'm just sitting there in awe because we haven't even, like, said a word to this dude before. Like, he was the first one to talk to us. Like, we didn't say a word to this man. So, after going back and forth for a little bit with this random dude that we never even met, my boy Joe gets up and they're trying to fight. They are now trying to take this outside and they're trying to fight. And at first, we are encouraging it. We're like, oh yeah, go crazy. But as we think about it, this dude's also like 40. This dude's like 40 years old and my boy Joe's like 17. Right? So, we end up calling off the fight. And hold on, boys. Sorry, got a phone call there. But anyways, where was that? Oh yeah, fighting in the Waffle House. So after realizing this man is 40 and Joe is like 17 and drunk as hell, we call off the fight. It's just not gonna happen anymore. So we call off this fight. We end up making up with the dude. We end up all dabbing up and figuring out everything is a-okay, and he was just joking. Had to explain that to Joe, but they ended up dabbing up. They ended up all having a great time. He actually ate a couple bites of Waffle House with us. Like, the Waffle House was actually pretty good. We were chilling. So, you know, after the Waffle House, after getting our meals and everything, we honestly just headed home. I mean, we headed home. They drove us home. Nothing really happened after that. We got home. We slumped. We chiefed a little bit. We talked about the night. We were like, that shit was crazy. That was just insane. But other than that, we really just got home. Joe passed out on the probably the floor or the sofa. But I had my own little couch that I slept in, so that's where I slept. But we all really just slumped. We slumped and we just talked about it the next day. It was some insane stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fight in the Waffle House, trying to run into the house, just insane. But with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed today's story time and hopefully you will enjoy more. But with all that being said, stay fried and, I mean, shit, have a great night.